life at the moment. Not just here in the caster booth between me and you, in the green room, all of us talking about what's happening. I'm sure everyone at home feels the same as well. The players are going to be feeling it. Everyone in the crowd here in the arena is going to be feeling it as well. It is a special kind of emotion that these kind of games and these kind of lobbies bring.
Well, it is no secret that the crowd is a Team Falcon heavy crowd, right? And they have seen Falcons bow out game after game after game, thinking, well, this surely is going to be the end. Maybe Falcons aren't going to be able to get that victory, but then somehow, some way, we keep going one match further. And it does beg the question of how far truly can you go here in a match point format? Now that records have been broken, could this be the record to be broken of all time, right? Will we ever see anything like this ever again?
And speaking of things being broken, we did see LG there, rotating just to the south, towards the choke, which goes in towards Tree. And speaking of things that are broken, hearts were broken by Sweet Dreams and co. As he kept this going, which feels like a number of games ago now. Falcons still in first place in the overall standings, thanks to the points they've managed to accumulate. But still, ever since they've been there, which feels like a lifetime ago now, no win to call themselves champs.
And you saw the disappointment on the face of Zero and the rest of the squad, to be honest, every time they were eliminated. The frustration that comes through as they go down. And you know it would be elation if they were to find that victory. But remember, that victory was almost expected from this community. But now there are 13 teams who have the chance to take it away here in match 13. As the first zone is about to close. So anyone who didn't get the ring console information will soon learn we are heading down towards Tree.
I mean, even if you hit a survey beacon at this point, you're going to get a pretty good indication of where things are going to be going. Every single team essentially has made their way in towards zone. Only about 3 or 4 teams not quite there yet, and I think quite simply the only reason they're not, because they had a long way to go and not enough balloons to help them to get there any quicker. On board with Aurora then, inside of Fragment. Fnatic on the other side of Fragment, Monument. You can see a couple of shots are going to be exchanged, but these are just passive shots at the moment. I think Aurora just want to let them know that we are here and we are watching.
Yeah, both of these teams just wanting to hit the ring console and then get on with their rotation, get on with their day, as Falcon's going to be doing the same thing on that west side. Zone-wise, though, it is looking pretty similar. We are going to continue to go towards Tree, but it is drifting a little bit closer towards launch site.
Yeah, that truck is going to be a very important one. The RV a little bit later on. Maybe in and around those silos if you can survive, but approaching from the south through launch site is going to be a pretty good place to play if you can manage to squeak through late. If you go too early, there's going to be a lot of eyes and a lot of reticles that are going to be on you, and that's the choke that Team Liquid are looking at right now. Remember, Liquid were in this position previously when we saw them a little bit earlier on, and they were on match point, and it was a fight that they took that they won. However, they weren't able to make the move towards the zone when it did pull a little bit further to the north. This zone, just from initial kind of feeling and indication and history, you get the idea it's going to stay a little bit more towards the tree side.
Team I am curious about is Mizuchi as well, because they hold the entirety of launch site at the moment, and the majority of that eastern side, there might be one team that tries to join them, but if they can dominate that eastern side, they'll have so much freedom to get into the late game and really have the time to think about how they want to approach it, assess what's going to be happening in that zone, how they want to move. Do you want to try and go for a risky play? Can you be patient? Can you wait that extra step longer before you engage in a fight and take position? And of course, wait for that zone information as well.
Speaking of info, it's going to be Falcons who continue to grab it here over at Harvester. Jen Burton's going to be hitting the survey beacon, which is going to let them know that everyone's at Tree, like I mentioned.
Except Aurora, who are very close to them in Harvester.
And they have to be careful, like you say, of Aurora, who are a little bit closer than maybe they were expecting. And it looks like Aurora have spotted out some members of Falcons. Now, can they isolate one? That's the question here. If Aurora can find an opportunity to 3-2-1 someone on Falcons and Falcons aren't aware, then Falcons could fall short. However, it looks like both teams were more than aware of the play. Everyone had their heads on the appropriate swivels and will survive for now. Now we move down to the point of the map that you were talking about, launch site. This hold, so important for Mizuchi. It's Blacklist International who are moving up behind them, but dominating this side for the rotate later on is a huge moment that could butterfly to a successful endgame.
And Blacklist International, who are not a Matchpoint team, and they've struggled so far today, but with how things have been going, don't count anyone out of this lobby. But certainly Blacklist International looking to take the south side of launch site right now, and Mizuchi just making sure they're not allowing them to surpass them. They don't want to allow them to get to that choke point ahead of them, so that's why Mizuchi just kind of moving with them at the moment to ensure they can keep ahead.
Evac's going to go up, and you have to wonder if that's going to be defensive or offensive, but those grenades were certainly offensive. The Sky Nades are going to rip away at the shields of not just Timmy, but Waltzy as well, and that's going to force Mizuchi now to back up. But Hiyaka from downtown with a Peacekeeper. Blacklist International, they want this.
Blacklist International full send with the damage, and now it's Timmy in a 1 versus 3. Timmy has done some incredible things in esports, in gaming in general, but he really needs to dig deep here, and he might just have to retreat, run away, count your blessings and say, at least we're still alive, and maybe you can go back for those banners later on.
And we were talking about how that hold was essentially what the game relied on for Mizuchi. Now they have to change that plan. Blacklist International force the fight, win the fight. And even though they don't completely exterminate Mizuchi, now they own the south side of this zone.
Oh, but the zone will be shifting back to Dree. This is what you were saying, right?
Oh, wow,
Even though it shows a little bit of that tunnel towards launch site, there is going to be a lot of it now in Tree. Teams like Team Liquid and ExoClan, and even a little bit of Alliance with the position they find themselves in, those three are in very commanding positions that they will try and lock down here to ensure no one else can take it away from them.
It's crazy how a zone pool can completely change the approach that teams need to make. Yeah, I mean, you're looking at what Mizuchi did, right? They were thinking, hey, we hold this out, we walk in late, and then not only the fights take place, Blacklist International were thinking exactly the same thing as we do check in with Timmy, thinking, hey, we just win this fight, we push them away, then our rotate is clear. But now it's a completely different game for them.
The scary thing is, for a lot of teams in this lobby that are on Matchpoint, there is still 7 who have the, it doesn't matter what we do at this point, right? We've got nothing to lose. Maybe we will full send on a team who have one of the priority positions. Blacklist International could do that. Now, Aurora have lost one here. Oirain's gone down, and it is just the 2 members remaining, but we've been here before. They have got a res previously.
Kajak has the ability, of course, just to tap. Use the lifeline res to get him back on his feet, but it's closing the gap to get close enough to even implement the ability. Bangalore ultimate coming down around them, which is just going to stun them for a few more seconds as we check in with Team Falcons, who have taken the high ground above the tunnel.
Yeah, they've taken the northwest, but there is a team behind them, and I am curious about what they're going to say. Let's jump into a listen it.
Well, armor's in tunnel below us.
I don't think anyone's fighting one shot choke.
Okay.
There's someone in us. Back, yeah. Come back.
Wait,
Yeah. Place it, like left side of the hill.
like
They're
here?
shooting us from the
Yeah,
building. Place.
Okay, place it. Was it reach?
Wait a little bit. I think.
We're going? Silos.
Yeah, maybe. Just follow me.
I'm picking it. I'm cracked. Fucking shooting me.
Land,
Just ping it.
yeah, land silos. Try live. We have to carry man eventually.
You have to smoke me.
Yeah, I'll smoke straight away. Smoke. Bang on the nade us, trying to nade us.
I'm out.
Can you heal?
No, I cannot. No, I'm just dead.
Go look at building. Okay. I'm just trying to fighting.
I'm trying to call. I'm trying to stay alive.
We're fine here. I take them.
Yeah, I'm okay.
When you have smoke.
You're shooting me. I'm dead. I'm dead.
Fine, sure. Follow me. Now, right now. Okay. Guy in here. Two guys. Run. I'm betting.
Fnatic gone, FaZe Clan eliminated, Space Station Gaming eliminated, it might be Falcons who follow next. Zero on his own, Zero no HP, Falcons will not win it here.
It's Falcons again. They're in first place on points, but cannot get over the finish line here. But will anyone find that victory? Out of the teams that are on Matchpoint, Mizuchi will not as Timmy falls. LG, though, will be on top, will be able to survive this one. And remember, there are other squads in this area. Aurora, they were struggling earlier. DMS also here, as well as Guild. It is getting packed here at Tree.
And it has to get packed. There's only so much room as the zone starts to close. And if you aren't in a building right now or you don't have cover, you have to cross that open ground, the rocky terrain, and look skywards for a little bit of help. Aurora have been eliminated. They will not close out here. 12 squads remain.
Only 3 teams not on Matchpoint are still alive here to get us to a match 14. Otherwise, we are going to see someone take the lion's share of $2 million in this game right here, right now. Team Liquid, Alliance, and ExoClan all in very advantageous positions as this zone is about to close. LG, by the way, up into second place on points.
This is going to be a blind evac tower, though, from LG. They have no idea what is going on around them. They're sending it on both. They're trying to split their resources, so if one balloon goes down, at least some members will survive. And then maybe is a third-party opportunity, but it looks like Sweet's made the call to play in these rocks just under the center of tree.
Not just them, though. Elevate Bleed arrive at exactly the same time. All these teams being forced in by the zone, making desperate attempts to try and survive, try and find somewhere to play, try and get their chance to win this tournament.
Well, the catwall is big here from Sykes. It's used to deny the line of sight, but Funk has gone down, but it looks like the catwall will stay up long enough for them to get that res. In the kill feed, though, DRG taking damage. Dragons Esports will be eliminated. EA Bleed also doing some damage. Sweet has fallen. Zach Mazer now looking to clean up a little bit more damage. ExoClan have been eliminated. 12 squads goes down to 10 as GHS Professional will fall as well.
9 squads left, only 1 not on match point. It's all down to Blacklist International if you want to see this tournament carry on. And at the moment, they are on the southeast, closing in on Team Liquid. But here we are with Guild, taking this fight. There has been a lot of damage done by DMS, but they can't quite push up these stairs because of these fences.
Watson really has been one of those impactful legends that we've seen kind of reintroduce herself to the meta in the last month or so, and boy oh boy is she having an impact here. The amount of fights we've seen stalled out by fences, grenades that have been eaten, ults that have been eaten by that interception pylon. She has shown so much value as DMS will play the bottom floor of that building. Now, Elevate. Damage coming in, and speaking of interception pylons, the team on the low ground, well, they're not going to have theirs to play with anymore. That gets destroyed by the L-Star from Zach.
At the start of this tournament, you spoke about a $600,000 fight. Well, Elevate in the moment in 12th position on points. Imagine if they were to go on to win this thing and the thousands of dollars they would earn, but they still have a lot to do because they're on the north side. The zone is still shifting south. Zach's gone down. Nock's gone down. It's down to Lou.
And it's the nades that are doing the damage. Elsewhere in the kill feed, it's also the bow check of Hackett, and when have we seen that before? Alliance impacting these moments. LG are sticking the respawn themselves onto Sweet Dreams as we jump over to DMS, who are doing likewise.
Twisted Minds have taken a lot of damage here, but Strafing Flame has done crazy things before. Can you get back up? Guild also a 2. All these northern teams, by the way, are losing players. This opens things up for Alliance, opens things up for Liquid, opens things up for LG on the south.
Guild trying to survive here. Jesco has to pop that Barry. Alliance are going wild in the kill feed at the moment, by the way. They are killing everything that's in front of them. DMS will survive and will be able to get the armor spots, but no, they won't, because it's Hackett again from distance from downtown with that bow check. Guild Esports eliminated. We're down to 7. DMS fall 2.
Alliance are reigning supreme from the southwest at the moment. Look at the amount of space they're commanding as Twisted Minds fall. 5 squads left. 4 of them are on match point, and Blacklist International are sending it over onto Gaming Gladiators, and they get the first knock.
Blacklist International will take down GG, and a reminder that if Blacklist win this game, we will go to a game 14. Alliance, though, this is their chance. This is their opportunity as they sweep in, they wrap in behind. The spray coming in from Effect is devastating as he takes down 2 members.
That's 2 members of Blacklist as Alliance look to close this thing out against them and get these 3 kills and ensure we have a winner here in match 13. All the meanwhile, by the way, LG and Liquid are just sitting, watching, waiting as the exhibit goes down to give information.
Well, look at the space that Alliance now have. They have swept the entirety of the south side, the north side of this zone. Everybody else is either within the building on the south side or just outside of it. Liquid, Blacklist International, who I'm pretty sure is just 1 player alive.
Yep.
And Luminosity Gaming, who are a 3, have to leave as the zone will push them together. Alliance, you don't get a bigger chance than this. You've got a chance to do it for Amir.
$600,000 to the winners. And they can almost taste it at this point, but Liquid still fighting as best as they can to get out of this building. But they are struggling. LG are holding them. And remember, a solo rat still below them here.
Blacklist International still with that solo. And that's one thing that we haven't had today is a solo rat winning. And that would keep this tournament going. But for Alliance, it's about cleaning up here. Like I said, it's the golden opportunity. It's the dream opportunity as Blacklist International will fall, and this will be your final game. We will crown a champion.
Alliance, who are touted as group stage players, the boys that could never get it done, the boys who always struggled in finals, have this game in their hands, and it's now their chance.
LG are down, and the Lions will do it! The doubters, the haters are silenced! As Alliance will finally cross that line, will step over from finalists to champions, and will also become the first from EMEA to claim a LAN championship.
"13 matches it took to find a winner here in Riyadh. And it's Alliance, it's EMEA who get to raise that trophy high, who get to put their key into that trophy and crush the 19 keys of the other teams in this lobby. It seemed like maybe this tournament was never going to end. But Alliance, when the opportunity came their way, boy did they seize it. And you couldn't ask for a better team to win. You know how badly this team have wanted to be here, how badly they wanted to silence all those doubters, silence all those haters. Well, this is their moment, not just for themselves, but for EMEA too.
For Hackers to lead through multiple years of competition with different teammates, but one thing has always remained the same, and that is the support from the EMEA region, believing he would be the man to send Alliance to their first championships. We're going to send it down to Peeps to speak to the Alliance boys.
What's going on, everybody? I am here with the Esports World Cup Apex champions, first in the history. Absolutely insane. I mean, listen, $600,000, the first ever Apex World Cup Esports World Champion. What are you going through? What are the emotions? What does this moment mean to you?
I mean, first Wild LAN win, first of many, of course. Just gonna keep dominating now, hopefully. I don't know, we're on game 14 or something. I am completely empty, like I am drained. I have no feelings right now, I'm just dead. But yeah.
I mean, that was the longest LAN in Apex history, so I can't imagine what you guys are feeling. Can we get the Keymaster here? I need you guys to enter your key into the trophy to officially become the Esports World Cup champions. And guys, I need you to lift that trophy up in the air right now. Crowd, make some noise.